What is going on, guys? John Legretta here, German leader within iMarkets Live. Just very excited to kind of, launch you and help you get your business started the right way. I want to congratulate you on taking the first step to getting started within iMarkets Live and joining your leader in this entrepreneurship journey, right? So with that being said, our goal in this video is to help you launch your business. Whenever you get started, the launch should be done within 24 to 48 hours later. As soon as you get started, either that same day or the day after, okay? The first portion of the launch is to basically help you guys get connected. So if you have your phone on you, please make sure you guys download these apps immediately. Number one is getting connected to our Telegram chat. That is for our specific group chat where we have announcements, we have rank ups, we have trade alerts being sent out. So you want to make sure you download Telegram. It is completely for free. And just make sure you create an account with them and you are good to go. The second app is called Swipe Trade. Swipe Trade is obviously one of our services within iMarkets Live. And that is where you receive alerts, from our professional investors directly to the app on your cell phone. You're going to log in with your username and your password. The third app is called MetaTrader 4, as in M-E-T-A, MetaTrader 4, not number 5. Number 4, that is your trading platform where you actually plug in the trades that we send you from our Swipe Trades, Harmonic Scanner, or even Web Analyzer. So these are the 3 apps you guys have to download immediately to get plugged in as quickly as possible. Number 2 is, John, how do we get access to the other services? Our other service that we have is called our IML Harmonic Scanner, right? It's the algorithm that kind of predicts the market. So to have access to that service, if you guys have a sheet of paper and a pen, you're going to access that service through IMLHarmonicScanner.com. IMLHarmonicScanner.com. That is where you access the actual service. You're going to log in again with your username and password you created when you got started with iMarkets Live. The second service is iMarkets Live TV. Right, that is the live training sessions we have for English, Spanish, German, and even crypto education, right? So to access IML TV, you're going to go to iMarketsLive.tv, not .com, but iMarketsLive.tv to access all of our training sessions. I highly suggest that if you guys are brand new, choose at least 2 professional traders. I highly recommend if you're getting started, Daisy Duncan, she also does Forex 101. We have Mr. Christopher Derrick, Chairman 25. He does London sessions, and I know he does some morning sessions as well. And finally, Mr. Justin Adams, our Swipe Trades Master. If you're brand new, you don't have to do 20, 30 sessions a week, but I highly recommend you at least do 2 sessions a week around your schedule to not only get pre-recorded videos, but to also just kind of learn hands-on from, a gentleman that's making well over 6 figures trading within our Forex industry and within our company, okay? So that is iMarkets Live TV. We have our IML Academy. IML Academy is 60 plus videos where you get to access all our pre-recorded videos from basic to advanced. I highly suggest you guys finish the basics 1 through 4, right, within at least a couple weeks of getting started. It is an instruction, not a suggestion. You guys do at least 1 or 2 videos every single day. I mean, guys, it's pretty short. The videos are only about, 10 to 15, maybe at most 20 minutes long. So make sure you go out there, do at least 1 or 2 a day. And I think that within a couple of weeks, you guys should finish all of your basics. You guys will be on the IML Academy. And again, the best investment you can ever make is in yourself because nobody can take it away from you, okay? So as far as getting connected with our services, you guys have the apps. I told you about the Harmonic Scanner, the IML TV, the IML Academy. Go to your IML back office, and on the home page, it's already on there. So that is how you access your IML Academy, okay? With that being said, stay on your demo account with MetaTrader 4 for about 1 week to 2 weeks, and you guys should be good, right? I want you to make your mistakes early on, even if you kind of know what you're doing. Again, it is an instruction. Demo account, start without registration as soon as you download the app. For again, a week, after a week, get back to that person that got you on this video and then I want to open up a live real trading account and I feel like I'm ready. You guys can do that with the brokers that we have. The 2 brokers that we have for our live trading is lmfx.com, right? That's the one I'm personally using. And the other one is jafx.com. I recommend LMFX. It takes about 30 minutes to get started within the actual broker. All you have to do is provide a selfie of you on your debit card. You guys have to provide a picture of your driver's license, and you can open up the account with a minimum of $100. And again, guys, that is lmfx.com for your live trading account. Alright, so the next portion is called our Forex 101. If you guys have never traded before, I'm going to be going over a very basic course on how to actually trade. If you've never traded before, this is definitely for you, so don't get scared. I'm going to go through everything step by step by step, so you guys feel comfortable, you guys feel confident, and we can go from there. With that being said, our first portion in Forex 101 is they ask me, John, when does the market open and when does the market close? Guys, the market opens Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern time, okay? Market opens Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern time. It runs 24 hours, Monday through Thursday. So open Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, runs 24 hours, Monday through Thursday. So 2 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 3 p.m., right? And the market closes Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So again, market opens Sunday at 5. It runs 24 hours, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 5 p.m. The market closes throughout the weekend between Friday at 5 to Sunday at 5. The market is actually frozen. You can't place trades. You can't take out any trades or close them out. So you can't do anything. So just make sure you guys understand that. Okay, that is the first portion. People tell me, well, John, what currencies do we actually trade? Because there's like a gazillion billion different currencies. So which ones do we trade? Professional traders and investors, we trade 8 major currencies, okay? The first one is called USD, and that stands for obviously US dollar. The second one is CAD for Canadian dollar. The third one is New Zealand dollar, NZD. The fourth one is Australian dollar, as in AUD. These are the acronyms. So USD, CAD, NZD, and AUD. The next four is the Euro, as in EUR. CHF stands for Swiss franc. That's what it stands for. So Euro, Swiss franc. JPY is obviously for Japanese yen. And the last one is Great Britain pound, right, for GBP. Okay, so Euro, Swiss franc, Japanese yen, Great Britain pound. These are the 8 major currencies that we actually trade. Now, people tell me, well, what are the 2 things you guys can actually do with currencies? Well, it's very simple. The 2 things we can do is we can either buy currency or we can sell currency, right? So when do you know when to buy or sell? The universal rule for investing is you want to buy low and you want to sell high. Buy low and sell high. So I made like a little chart. Obviously, you guys have seen different charts before, whether it's for stocks or even Forex. You want to buy the currency at the lowest price. So as it goes up in value, you make money, okay? That's when you know to buy. So buy low, and as it rises, you earn an income. When you sell the currency, you actually want to sell it at the highest point, right? So as it comes down, you can make money. The great thing about the Forex market is that, let's say Europe was going into a recession, hypothetically, we make money whether the market goes up or it goes down. I think that the one word that we use when we're trading is a word called betting. You are simply betting whether the value of one currency will rise or it'll actually go down. So again, you guys can make money on the way up and on the way down. You just have to be on the right-hand side, okay? So when we trade, we don't actually trade just single currencies. We trade in something called currency pairs, okay? So an example of that would be Euro USD, USD JPY, Euro AUD. There are about close to about 28 pairs that we actually trade. The pair on your left-hand side is called your base, and the pair on your right-hand side is called your quote. So your base and your quote, you guys can buy and sell currency. You have your 8 different currencies on there, and then again, market opens, Sunday at 5 p.m., runs 24 hours Monday through Thursday, and it closes Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Alright, so the next portion is called PIPS, right? So PIPS is actually an acronym, and it stands for points in percentage. Every professional trader and any trader at all, our goal in Forex is to catch a lot of freaking pips, right? So that's the acronym and what it stands for. The definition of a pip is the fourth decimal place to the right. That's for mostly all pairs except for Japanese yen pairs. The pip would actually be the second decimal place to the right. Alright guys, so about the pips, I know you guys are visual learners, so to give it to you straight up, this is what a chart looks like. This type of chart is called a candlestick chart because if I zoom in, they look like little fat what? Candles, right? So the green candlesticks are going up, the red candlesticks are going down. But John, how does a new candlestick appear? Well, every candlestick represents a certain kind of time frame. So if you look on the upper left hand corner, you see where it says 1 day, right? Upper left hand corner. So every candlestick, whether it's big or whether it's small, represents how many days? 1 day. So this red one all the way to the right is 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day, 1 day. You can change the time frame. You guys can go to, let's say if I click over here, you have a 30-minute chart, right? Let's say I click on 30-minute chart. Every candlestick now represents 30 minutes. The next question I get is, okay, well, why are there different time frames? It's very simple. Guys, there are different styles of trading. Some people like scalping the market, so they look at the shorter time frames like minute 5, minute 1, 30 minutes. And some people like trading larger time frames like swing traders. So they look at the 4 hour, they look at the daily, they look at the weekly chart for longer term setups, okay? So on your sheet of paper, you need to understand that anytime you guys enter the market, you guys will have what's called, and write this down, an entry price. So you buy or sell an entry price. Think about Bitcoin, think about Ripple, think about, cryptocurrencies, Ethereum, right? Everyone always talks about, oh man, when did you get in? Oh, I got in at 10,000, at 500, at 20,000, which I shouldn't have. But the point is we always talk about the entry price because that is one of the most important things when it comes down to trading. If you guys look at this candlestick chart right over here, obviously you see it's fluctuating, but the current entry price that we'll call it at is at 1.23194. 1.23194. Okay, that's what we'll call it. Just please write that number down, guys. One more time. 1.23194. We'll leave it at that so I can use it as an example to show you how we actually call pips. So whether we buy or sell, that would be the entry price you would have entered at. So moving on from what I just showed you guys on the computer, obviously when you buy or sell, you have the entry price, which we discussed was 1.23941, right? So just so you guys know, the reason why I wrote it this way is because you guys understand the pip is the fourth decimal place to the right, but John, there are 5 numbers. That 5th number, you kind of want to write it small. I tell people it's insignificant, doesn't really mean too much. So I want you to write it small, cross it out, and that is actually called your micro pip, okay? So it doesn't really mean anything, just cross it out. It's called the micro pip. Just so you guys understand, remember it's a 4th decimal place to the right. So 1.2394, the pip would be the number 4. Guys, it can be a 4, a 5, an 8, a 7. It can be any number, but it's just about that place. When you guys catch pips, you guys can catch going pips on the way up and on the way down. So you can go from 94 to 95, 96, 97. If you go from 94 to 95, that is 1 pip. If you go from 95 to 96, from 94 to 96, that is 2 pips. To 97, that is 3 pips. So every time that place changes numbers, you're catching a pip. The same thing going down from 94 to 93, that is 1 pip, 2 pips, 3 pips, and so on and so forth. So the main question again is, so how do we really make money? When you guys buy a currency, like I told you, you guys are betting that the value is going to go up because you make money. So hypothetically, if you guys buy at the entry point of 1.2394 and it goes up in pips, like I wrote here, you guys make money. But if instead of it going up in pips, and it starts going down in pips, and you bought it, then you start losing money because it's going in the opposite direction than you guys had planned for it to go. Finally, when you guys are selling, remember, it's not a bad thing. When you sell, you make money on the way down when you actually catch pips because that's what you're expecting the value to do, to go down. Now, if you sell at this entry point, and instead of it going down in pips, it starts going up in pips, then guys, you start losing money. So understand that it is completely inverse. So go over it one more time because I know that it may be confusing. When you buy, you want it to go up because you make money. But if you buy and it starts going down in pips, you start losing money. The next one is when you sell, you want it to go down in value because you're catching pips on the way down to make money because you're selling it. And then if you sell at that certain entry price, but it goes up in pips, you start to lose money, okay? So guys, I don't have it written on here, but for any of the JPY pairs, it would kind of look like three numbers, let's say 138, right, 0.298. They're not going to have five numbers, they're only going to have three. Like we discussed, the pip would be the second decimal place to the right. So over here, it would be the, hypothetically, the number 9. So you guys have, so this number 8 would be the micro pip, and the number 9 would be called the pip. So if it goes from 29 to 30, that is 1 pip. If it goes to 31, that is 2 pips. So that's just so you guys understand where the JPY pairs are coming from. I'm not the one that makes the rules, so I'm not really sure why it's like that. I just simply follow them. But that's just so you guys understand. For other currency JPY pairs, that's exactly how it is. Now, people tell me, okay, John, I understand we catch pips, we lose pips, but the question I get is, how much money do we make or lose per pip? Okay? So in Forex, right, we go by something called lot sizes, as in LOT sizes. Okay? You guys know in stocks, the lingo where it says 10 bucks per share, 50 bucks per share, $175 per share, right? In Forex, we go by lot sizes. So the lot size I wrote down here, the first one you want to write down is 0.01, and that is equivalent to 10 cents per what? Per pip. Okay, so 0.01 is 10 cents per pip. Now, take a look at this. I underlined this, and if you follow the little line, I wrote that is the cents place. So if you have 0.01, 10 cents. If you have a 0.05, that is 50 cents. Okay, if you have a 0.08, that is 80 cents. So what does that really mean? That means this. If we enter at 1.2394, guys, as a buy, okay, as a buy, if we pick this lot size, we are making or losing 10 cents per pip. So let's say we go up to 97. Remember, that is 3 pips. So that would be 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents, right? Because it's per pip. What happens if it goes down to 91? That would be negative 30 cents because every time the number changes, it's 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 cents, or it's negative 10, negative 10, negative 10, negative 10, all the way down. So it depends on what you're doing, but that is 0.01, 10 cents per pip. 0.02 is 20 cents per pip. That is the cents place, okay? 0.10 is now the single, not the dollars, but the single dollars place. So 0.10 is equivalent to $1. If you were to, again, enter a buy trade and go from 23.94 to 23.97, that is 3 pips. So that would be $3, okay? Because it moved up $1, $2, $3, or negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, right? So again, that is a single dollar. So if you guys have a 0.30, that would be $3. If you guys have a 0.70, that is $7. And again, that is the single dollars place. The last one is a 1.00, and that is your double digits, okay? So that is $10 per pip. Remember, everything is per what? Per pip. So if you go to from 94 to 97, that would be $30. If you go down, that would be negative $30. Does that make sense? So you can have, let's say, a 4.00, and that would be, a 4.00 would be a $40 per pip, because again, that is double digits, okay? I'm not sure why it's like that. Again, I don't make the rules, but that's exactly how it works, so you guys understand. Understand that it's mainly about the places, so that's the cents place. Right over here, before the decimal, it is the single dollars, and finally, before the decimal, on the left-hand side, that is the double digits. And again, everything is calculated per pip. Okay? That brings me to our last portion, which is called proper risk management. So people tell me, okay, well, John, I have a $300 account, $500 account, $100 account. Like, what lot sizes should I be using for the account size that I actually have? So over here, I made a little graph. On your left-hand side, you have your account size, and on the right side, you have the appropriate lot size you should be using with proper risk management for the account size you have. So for $100, I would highly suggest you guys use only at most at most a 0.02. 0.02 is 20 cents per pip. For a $300 account, 0.04 for 40 cents. $500, 0.06 for 60 cents per pip. $800, 0.08 for 80 cents per pip. And finally, for a $1,000 account, you should be using only a 0.10, which is $1 per pip at most. These are at most. I'm repeating that because we gotta make sure we have proper risk management. Now, somebody's gonna tell me, okay, well, why do you choose those lot sizes for the specific account, for the specific account size that you put there on the left-hand side? It's very simple. Because in an average swipe trade, right, an average swipe trade, the average loss in pips, not dollar amount, but in pips is 30 to 70 pips, right? And the average win in a trade for swipe trades would be 30 to at most probably 200. Maybe I've seen some swipe trades with more, but 30 to 200 pips at most that we actually catch per trade. Whenever you are trading, it's based on two things, guys, and it's based on risk to reward, right? So in any trade, you're risking something to get this reward. So let's say, and these are, again, I'm gonna write it down. These are in pips, right? So the risk, if you trade and they send us a swipe trade, they're like, hey guys, for everyone who's placing this trade, our stop loss is set at 30 pips, but our take profit is set at 60 plus pips. So let's say 60 on the dot. So risk 30 to gain 60, right? What's really cool about this is that even if you lose, let's say 30 pips on the first trade, you lose 30 pips on the second trade, what happens if on the third trade you get 60? So for every 2 trades that you lose, if we do this the right way, every 2 trades that you lose, right, doesn't matter because one winning trade will trump actually 2 losses, okay? The way that you know how much money you're making dollar amount is by a formula that is the lot size times the pips you are catching. The lot size times the pips you are catching gives you the dollar amount. So hypothetically, let's say we pick a 0.10, that is $1 per pip, right? Let's say we risk 30 pips to actually gain 60 pips. So I would multiply the $1 times 30 for 30 pips, and that gives me negative $30 if I lose that trade. And then finally, if I do $1 times 60 pips, that would be $60 that I win on that trade. Now again, if we do, let's say 60 pips that we actually lose, right? 60 pips that we lose, times the $1 per pip, okay? On a swipe trade, on one trade we lose, let's say hypothetically not 30, but 60. That comes out to $60 negative. Now remember, $60 out of the 1,000 that we have, guys, that's only 6% that you're losing on that one trade. And that's why this portion is called proper risk management, because even if we lose 60 pips, which is $60 out of the 1,000, you're really not losing a significant, a significant amount. It is directly correlated to proper risk management. You guys are good to go if you follow this diagram. If your account decreases, lower your lot size. If your account increases, increase your lot size. But make sure you stay consistent with this diagram and you guys should be good to go. Thank you so much for watching this Forex 101 course. I hope to see you guys on the next course, which would be the harmonic scanning. Thank you guys so much.